One of the many like struggles that I've seen, especially in this research class, is when it comes to the use of, or the correct use of ETAL. So let me show you how to correctly use ETAL. So if you're doing it, for example, here are two examples here. Whether you're doing it at the end of a sentence or you're going to put it at the beginning, you only need one or the other, okay? So you don't need to use both, but here's an example of what I was talking about as far as what I've seen, what you don't want to do, and that is when you're putting ETAL in a citation at the end of a sentence, you don't need a comma right there, okay? So this is correct. Now we got this on par. But what about at the beginning of a sentence? You don't need a comma there, and you don't need a comma there. That's the difference. Okay, so notice when it's at the end of a sentence, it's the author's last name, space, ETAL, space, period, comma, space, year publication, close parentheses, period. At the beginning of a sentence, you could actually lead this off like this and take this out and just put a verb in here, a lead verb. But here at the beginning, it's the author's last name, ET space AL period space year publication in parentheses. And then, like I said, you could just use a lead verb. Now, this is something also that I see a lot of you don't want to do. You don't want to be so redundant in your paper that you use according to multiple times. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. That's the correct usage of ETAL. So see, here it is again. I'm not going to go through the whole paper, but just to show you, if it's at the end of a sentence, then it's like this. This is the correct formatting. Notice I took that comma out. If it's at the beginning, then this is correct. Now, I saw something else in here as another example of what you should not do. No, you don't need an apostrophe S in here, okay? You never want to do that. That's not, you want to make sure what you're doing is aligned to APA, what APA requires, okay? Now, here you plugged it in like in the middle. Zang and others. Now here's how it really reads, okay, if you notice. Let me read the whole sentence. However, it is worth noting that while the study was conducted with K through 9 students, matching my own cohort of students, Zhang, basically remember right here, we don't need that comma, Zhang and others recommendation, you see what I'm saying, of the no. So Zhang and others recommended, since this was published last year, it's past tense, recommended, and we would really have to fix the rest of this sentence, okay? You get the idea, but just wanted to point out the correct usage of ETAL, all right? That is, whether it's at the beginning, it's just a period, right? If it's at the end, you got to know where to put the commas and the periods, and you know, you got to get everything in the right place. That's the idea here. All right. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to share, and hopefully that helped. And if you have any questions, let me know.